Hey everyone, welcome to Countered, where we look at popular or problematic champions and discuss ways to deal with them. My name is Chakras, and today we look at Viktor in the mid lane. Viktor is currently one of the most popular mid laners in the game, especially in the higher tiers of play. He's a very versatile pick that doesn't have too many counters, making him an all-around good pick. That said, he doesn't win all the matchups, so let's begin with what you can pick against him right from Champion Select. LeBlanc is one of the best against Viktor. Her high burst in the early to mid game stages of the game is very strong, and Viktor has to delay his Abyssal Scepter rush to get at least one hex core upgrade, imperative so he can wave clear. Aside from this, Viktor can't really ever catch LeBlanc in his gravity field, as she has distortion to move out of it. She is also fantastic at facilitating ganks. In a gank situation, the combined burst from her and her jungler is usually enough to net you a kill most of the time, so she can easily snowball the matchup if she has pressure. Once the advantage is there, it's easy to win by either solo killing him again or out-pressuring him and finding roam opportunities. Second on our list is Xerath. The Magus Ascendant outranges Viktor and can easily poke him down with superior range on his abilities. His wave clear is also strong, meaning Viktor can't push you in easily. This may seem pretty basic, but simply outranging him renders Viktor's Q useless in most trade, and his E, Death Ray, becomes much easier to dodge if you keep your distance. With access to a stun and a powerful slow, it's also easy to set up ganks as Xerath, which can enable advantages from early on. If that's not working, Xerath can always pick kills from afar. He can move to the river and use his ultimate to kill enemies in either side lane. Syndra is very problematic for Viktor, since she has a very long range stun that is also pretty easy to land. Trading post level 3 is extremely hard to do, as walking too close to cast a Death Ray or a Siphon Power can easily result in getting hit by her full combo. As the levels go by, it doesn't get any better for Viktor. Syndra's wave clear is stronger early on and is still just as good as his after he gets his Death Ray augment. Once she gets to level 6, Viktor is completely zoned from contesting minion waves, as she can easily combo him down from 100 to 0 with a strong spell rotation and ignite. After Morellonomicon completion, it even gets better for her. Syndra's cooldown go down by quite a lot, and her mana pool allows her to go for multiple spell rotations, allowing her to be more dominant in lane. In teamfights and skirmishes, Syndra can easily outperform Viktor with her very oppressive crowd control that is much easier to land. While Viktor only has a delayed stun from Gravity Field, Syndra can land stuns and slows on multiple champions with her abilities. Once she has enough spheres out, it's easy for her to one-shot a squishy carry such as Viktor. Last but not least is Zed. Now Zed is a bit of a trickier matchup, especially if the Viktor knows what he's doing. But even though he's an assassin, Zed has the advantage of having strong wave clear through Shadow Slash and Razor Shuriken, which allows him to stay in lane during the tougher parts of the matchup. Viktor has an advantage in early trades. His Siphon Power gives him a shield that allows him to mitigate Zed's damage, meaning he can win trades if he hits Death Ray and Siphon Power together. After level 6, Zed can start to look for opportunities to kill, especially if Viktor doesn't have exhaust. Viktor will never be able to counter Zed's all-in. Gravity Field stun is too delayed, and while it might deter Zed's all-in, it will never catch him. Also, remember that Exhaust has a higher cooldown than Deathmark, so you can ult to force him to use Exhaust, and then abuse the window of time where it's down. Remember that his Zhonya's Hourglass will always be delayed, as Viktor needs to pick up the Hex Core upgrade for 1250 gold before he starts building defensively, so Zed has quite enough of a window of time to snowball the matchup. With all of this out of the way, it's important to be able to recognize Viktor's other weaknesses, the biggest one being his lack of mobility early on, which makes him very susceptible to ganks. As such, picking strong early gankers is a good measure to shut down his early game. Elise, Gragas, Rek'Sai, or Jarvan are all strong gankers that can easily force Viktor's flash or just straight up kill him, as they have good damage allied with strong hard CC abilities, so consider picking them up if you want to punish him in lane. Lastly, knowing his power spikes is also important, in order to play around them and recognize how much of a threat he is. Looking at some of them, his big first power spike is at level 7, and after buying his first Hex Core upgrade, that allows him to wave clear and one-shot caster minions. The first core has a cost of 1250 gold, so if you're able to force him back or kill him early on, you can completely ruin his early game, as he's incredibly dependent on it for wave clearing, trading, and skirmishing. Itemization-wise, arguably his most important item is Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Granting a slow to all of his 3 damage skills gives him incredible teamfight control and good chase and kiting potential, so if he has finished the item, be wary, as one spell hit may just be enough to catch you out and perma-slow you. Other than that, Lich Bane and Death Cap are the two obvious huge purchases for Viktor if he can get there, so be mindful of his incredible burst when he gets to this stage. That's going to be all for this episode of Countered. I hope you guys enjoyed this new series, and leave a comment in the comment section telling us what you'd like to see different, or if you'd like this format so we can do more. You can always leave a suggestion saying what champion you'd like to see next.